Alright, let's go see what the hell's going on. What? That was the end? A new destination? What? Whoa. Oh. Looks like we're going back to the past. Wait. Hold on, I've done this one already, so I know all the answers. Hold on, 1 second. Memos aren't there. I can get out! I've done all the puzzle rooms. I've got all the gold files.
No, this is one of the AB rooms. Damn, I guess you did lose your memory after all.
No. Yes, it's coming back! I done did all of it. Fi!
Check your bracelet.
We're at the
Mine's
start
the
of the game!
No, I think we woke up a little earlier. Push the buttons on this.
2:15.
We didn't wake up this long before I think we're about an hour early.
Nice!
Yeah, Akane might still be alive. We got back before Dio killed her. I think. Right.
I know where the key is.
Exactly. Don't need to tell me. Let's go.
Is it gonna make me solve it again? Woohoo! Password elevator. We don't need this one, we need moon, sun, sun. We only need the one password. How do you get cracker and key mixed up? Book it. Shoot, where does the key go? Oh, the button. Push the button! Stop counting down! The hell am I doing? Quickest escape room of my life. Dio, what the hell are you doing, man? Look out! Tackle him! Bye, what are you doing? Get down here! Whoa! Woo! Oh, that was impressive.
He's fine, just unconscious.
Nice. Excellent kick.
I don't think he saw me. He probably has no idea what happened to him.
Good.
He had it coming.
Stab him. Twice. The plan was a success. We don't need to play the nonary game anymore.
So you came. I've been waiting for you.
Hi.
You're here to hear the... Have been stabbed in the heart, although... Thank you very much. I very much appreciate you saving me.
What?
Hold on. How do you know about being stabbed by Dio? Are you an Esper too?
Yes, indeed, I am able to jump through time, just like you.
Whoa.
Because I think, why, if I hadn't been killed by Dio, no one else would have been murdered.
And I wouldn't have learned all this stuff.
Consequently, I did explain the purpose of the AB project. In order for that to happen, when a human brain is faced with danger, its processing speed increases.
Is the game gonna be the one giving me all the information? Or is Travis gonna give me everything in the chat again?
Information is processed more quickly, and time almost seems unfortunately. That is the amplitude of the... In order to increase the amplitude, we need to slow down the... It's a little like a slingshot.
I remember the
You pull
slingshot.
back on the rubber, the potential energy you stored in the... That's what fires the bullet out of the slingshot.
So I need to get the farthest possible away from the start and then slingshot myself back.
Now, while a slingshot, when the bullet of your consciousness is fired from the slingshot of your brain, it travels past the three-dimensional world and into the four-dimensional one.
Interesting.
From that perspective, time is no longer fixed. In other words, you can travel your consciousness. In order for that to happen,
We're infected with Radical 6?
yes, don't you remember? Luna should have told you.
Are infecting all of these...
Every single one of you has been infected.
No!
Well, apart from Luna, of course. Unfortunately, we needed to slow your minds in order to store up. Then we provided a dire situation that would... The result is your consciousness now occupies four-dimensional space-time.
Whoa! Oh, this is crazy.
Even that, however, wasn't enough. You had the ability to travel, but your memories could ease if the project was to succeed. That was the reason you were... With each jump, eventually. That was why you had to select different chromatic doors. By forcing specific
Okay, I see. This is all very fancy.
Yes.
Then what do we need this for? Murder, antimatter explosion, suicide, failing to cooperate with the rules. I've died, so has Phi, so have you. I don't want to go over every single death. Oh, good, we did.
Haven't I told you? Death was you are all destined to die. Sacrifices had to be made. Ah, I'm sure.
What?
Come on!
Just when is eventually.
In a future... I'm going to keep... But it's all... No. In a few moments, you'll return to the original timeline. This is the way... Don't fight. Logomorph.
Yes. Logomorph?
You call him Zero. Logomorph this. Unlock my bracelet.
What?
Compliance.
Oh!
Everything is in place.
So we are on the right side timeline. Because Dio's got her bracelet on, but she's not dead.
I have put the break. All we have to do is...
That's the one Quark is in, right?
Correct. I will also put your bot once that's done. To recreate the history that you remember. Your consciousness is about to leave your body. Your body will be emptied, and your other consciousness will jump back in. If your bodies aren't back...
So you're saying some version of us is going to wake up in the... Well, I guess...
You are Lastly,
What? A key?
I'll tie it onto your ankle so that you won't lose it. All right, Sigma? Tu fui ego eris.
It's Latin. It means, what you are, I was. What I am, you will be.
Yeah. It will help you meet someone who's very important.
Santa Claus?
Go. Return to the you won't. I will be. Now hurry.
What about Kay? Kind of? Oh, I remember now! I know where we're taking the key! I know where the key goes! What happened? Did I pass out?
Why are we here?
Do you know what happened?
Kay and I went back.
We waited and waited.
So we went.
We found you past.
Kay and I hurried back. You mean what happened? Huh.
Hey,
Quark!
what am I? Top liver?
Alice!
Back among the conscious and not psychotic, huh?
Yeah, thanks.
Grandpa told me what. Thanks for finding the medicine for us.
Grandpa was there too. Don't worry.
Really grabbing at straws here, aren't you?
Listen, you told me swimsuit action. I'm still believing that swimsuit action is gonna happen.
Not really my.
Whatever. For now that you guys are awake, all we gotta do is open the number not.
What are you talking?
Look at your bracelet.
10?
I've got 15. That means I got 6 more.
You've been asleep for more than 2 hours. We've played the.
Yes, of course, the color. But no matter who vote.
Yay! Wait, but there's still one more thing I need to do! I've got a key on my ankle!
And now all of us have enough to leave.
Except Dio, we're leaving him here, right? Please? Can we please leave Dio here?
Haven't I told you? Death was on sacrifices.
Come on, let's open the door and get out of here.
Pause!
All right, let's get going.
Not so fast! I still need to do the thing! There's one last thing I need to do, friends. I need to visit Santa Claus if he's here.
Yes.
Wait, but the key! The key! Do I just need to go back to the garden to do it? Or... This is technically the good ending, but I still need to get the true ending. So I need to go back to the garden and unlock the grave.
The number it will reach.
Yeah, blah blah. Move it, move it!
Two, 1, 0.
Bye, Dio!
The number not.
Never trusted him from the very beginning. Who was 100% right about it? That's right, it was me.
The number this ends. Thank you. As the game.
Dio's gonna have a nice, happy life chained to that sink until he dies. haven't been up here since like one of the first streams. When I got the Dio ending. Ah, good times, good times. Shut up, Travis. Dio was the least trustworthy person here. I'd sooner trust Quark to repopulate humanity. I'd sooner trust Ten Myoji to lift a 50-pound weight.
Looks like we did it.
Yes, we should keep moving.
Wait, Luna, are you sure it's okay for you to go through? I've been here before? Wait, is this the one where I did the pressure exchange chamber? No, this is where I did the control room. Where did I do the pressure? No, that's not important.
You know what this place is?
Whoa! Hold on a minute. You're saying the air out...
Why? How did all this happen?
We don't know.
No, that's not possible.
We've come this far. Let's go outside. There's no way to know what's really...
All right.
Are we on the moon?
Where the hell are we?
The moon?
I figured that... I don't know. I think I know what day it is. Look at the moon. It's red, right? That means today's the total... So? Remember the astronomy magazine in the lounge? Well, the next... So...
Wait a minute. Let me get this. Are you suggesting we were sleeping for a week?
I think...
Great. Just lovely. Is that Mars?
The moon. Well, the moon's shadow, actually. Zero told me to stay quiet. I think he was worried I'd spill the beans on his operation. He said if I didn't toe the line, he wouldn't just kill me. And I agreed, like an idiot, and brought Quark with me.
Huh.
Just such an idiot. So, that being the case, might as well start with it. I meant what I said before. That up there is the moon's shadow. Think about it. If that's the moon's shadow, then what's it falling on?
Mars!
That's... Earth?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
Earth
not
is
the
red.
red moon you get from a lunar eclipse. And again, this isn't a lunar eclipse. It's a solar eclipse. Anybody in the black spot down there is looking up at the moon, covering the sun.
The moon, of course.
I was right. Why are we on the moon then?
This is the lunar surface. We were just inside a moon base.
How does Quark know all this?
No way. No. How do you expect us to believe that? This can't be the moon.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. Besides, if this was the moon only has one, so what's this? See? That looked perfectly normal.
Yes, it looked... You were right about the gravity, and I was one of the people who knew this wasn't Earth. Well, I suppose I'm not.
Excuse me?
Please, just Alice, you were infected with Radical 6. Then we gave you the Excelivir. The Radical 6 isn't completely gone, though.
What symptom?
Well, Radical 6 can slow down your brain's processing speed by the root of 1/6. It can take a while for your brain to get back up to speed. Every one of us has been infected. In other words, all of our brains have been processing information at a much lower speed.
What?
If you evaluated the root of 1/6, that means our brains are running at something slightly less. As you said before, the time that it takes for an object to fall is inversely proportional to the square. Since the gravity is lower on the moon, I guess that's a little technical. Let me give you an example. Say you drop an apple from it will take approximately once on the moon, however, that time would be 1 second times root 6, which would be approximately 2.45 seconds.
Okay.
I used 4.9 meters because it matches up with the acceleration of gravity nicely. The gravity constant is, well, a constant. You could drop something from 10 centimeters or 10 meters and it would be the same. Does that make sense? So, now we've established that on the moon, that being the case, to them, 2.45 seconds would feel like 1 second. 4.9 seconds would feel like 2. But it's not hypothetical. That's what's been happening to every one of us. Wait, you're saying that's the reason? Are you sure you didn't notice anything? Think back. Huh? You and Sigmund Phi said something about how you felt weird.
Oh.
It's kind of like my body isn't really mine. I'm sort of...
Is that how she jumped over us? My superhuman strength and ability to jump really high. And jump over everyone. And kick Dio! Hahaha. He deserves that.
Wait, this is that can't possibly be Earth out there. Look at it. I've seen photos of Earth. That thing is just...
Before we get into that, this isn't New Year's Eve in 2028. Today is January 27th. No.
Don't tell me.
Still no.
Then just...
It's 74. 2074.
What?
I don't blame you if you don't believe me, but it's the truth.
How can you be sure?
It's not that. Quark and I left Earth on January 23rd, 2074.
Why?
Solar eclipses are easy to predict. We've known that there'd be one on the... It's just science. Nobody can change that.
But why is the Earth red?
That's about 45 years ago. On April 13th, 2029, there were 18 annihilation reactors. On the 13th, all 18 of them, when the explosion was about 100. I suppose it started the government had a test site for a future Mars mission on December 31st. Well, the point is, Radical 6 didn't take long for it to...
Damn it.
Like Luna explained, but eventually... Pretty soon, the bodies started to pile up.
Oh my god.
Some people would take a dive off a building, but for some it was poison, plenty of people jumped in front of train. One pilot on a passenger airline. Most forms of transportation ground to a halt pretty fast. That meant food couldn't get distributed. And thousands of people who weren't even in everywhere you went, there were just... I don't know what hell's like. But I imagine it's a lot like that. After a while, people who managed to avoid getting infected, they got a hold of some radios and organized. There was only one thing to... How could they get rid of radical... The answer, they decided, was they figured they could just roast the surface of the Earth. And on April 13th, and that plan was to detonate all 18 annihilation reactors.
Yep. That happened.
Now the truth is, that's mostly just rumor. Nobody, but I've got my own theories. I think that the bombers had already been infected, and when they died, the ultimate "if I die, you're coming with me" gesture. I'd bet you money they'd all lost it long before killing most of the world, no matter how bad thing, even if it wasn't directly responsible. Radical 6 killed most of the people on Earth.
Alright. Not what I was expecting.
Anyway, why it happened isn't that important. You ever heard of nuclear winter? The explosions threw a ton of crap up into the stratosphere, where it joined up and blotted out the sun for 7 years. Plants withered and animals died by the millions. A few humans who were left, bent. They were rough times. Eventually, they were over, though. Plants started blooming again, and the animals that hadn't died out completely began to reappear. Things weren't quite back to normal, though. It's been 45 years now. But there's still quite a bit of dust and ash in the air. That's what you're seeing. You know why a sunset's red? Well, this is the same thing. Blue and green light have short wavelengths, and they scatter when they run into debris in the air. Red light, on the other hand, has a longer wavelength, which means it'll get a lot farther when the air's dirty. So there you are. The Earth looks red because that's the only color of light that can make it through the atmosphere.
Wow. How far back do we need to jump?
Hey, Sigma, I think I figured something out.
The plan?
I figured out why there's an extra E. Yeah, the one on floor B. I think it's an anagram. God damn it, Sigma! Knock it off! Memento mori, if the ninth lion ate the sun. If you rearrange the letters, you get the man on the moon rules the infinite time.
What?
See? You need 6 E's to get that. So they stuck an extra one in ninth.
Man on the Moon rules the infinite time?
I think it's a message for us from Zero Senior and Akane. Remember what she was telling?
We created to transport the consciousness.
You don't get it? They're saying we rule the infinite time.
Sweet.
Infinite. They weren't just talking about having us jump a couple. I think they're planning to send us back. Yeah. I think so.
We have to save the world?
Well, Akane, let's go pay her a visit. Come on. Remember what she said when she gave you the key?
Tufui?
The grave in the garden!
Well, come on.
But
let's
how
go.
do we get back in there?
What? Did you forget something? You mean Akane? I'll take that as a yes.
What? Huh? Kay, how do you know all this?
Let me accompany you then.
Wait, why do you know about Akane?
I'll tell you when we get there. Now.
Oh yeah, because Kay is actually me.
I'm coming with you. Folks just said the magic word.
Akane?
I'm going to. So am I. Hey,
Yeah, you know her real well.
wait. You're serious? What the hell is going on?
Arg, shut up. Just shut up. We don't need roll call. Akane will explain everything. We're going back in the 9 door. We got out, but now we're going. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Oh, Lord. This is the craziest thing that's happened in any of these games yet. I am proud to say I think we're rapidly approaching the here are all the answers, enjoy the last puzzle, try not to get killed. Travis probably has the answer if you can't figure it out. But what's in the grave though? Does it open like a secret door or something?
Ah, clever. The number 9 door on floor A is shut forever once the game ends.
Huh.
Assuming Zero Jr. was telling the truth, of course.
What about the
But the
one on
door
floor
on
B?
floor B,
Yeah. Thought we might be able to take the lift to it. And it looks like I was right.
Any idea where Akane might be?
No clue.
Wait, you mean the grave in the garden?
She's dead? Book it! To the garden! All the rooms are open now. Wait, how come no one else has tried this? Now that we know all this, why couldn't we just open the 9 door? Go down, open the second door, and do that. Like, get everyone out from the floor B warehouse. To the grave! Da-da-da-da-da-da!
What should we do? Are we gonna dig?
No! I'm gonna put a key in. Chink! Whoa! She's been in the treatment pod number 0?
What is this? It doesn't look like.
Yeah, it's a treatment pod.
Oh my god. It is, isn't it?
Let's see what's inside.
Is it Santa Claus?
No good. I think it's locked.
Treatment pod. Stage 2. Once stage 2.
What?
Cold sleep?
So, Mizakane's like an ice... Then we gotta wait?
So how about you tell us your story while we wait, Kay?
Yeah, Kay.
Why do you know Akane?
I remembered
What do you remember?
everything. I was born and raised in this facility. It's called Rhizome 9.
Rhizome
A
9?
rhizome is an underground plant stem that spreads by sending out roots. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? This facility is a little like a rhizome. Supposedly, that's why the number comes from the facility's number. There are 54 rhizomes on the moon, and this is the 9th one.
Of course this is the 9th one. What other number would this be?
Well, I suppose the other ones don't really matter to you, do they? In any event, I grew up here with Akane and Zero Senior. I watched them create the AB Project.
The AB Project?
Yes. Its purpose is to send Phi and Sigma, or their consciousnesses at least, to the
I
past.
see.
Yes.
So, you want us to change history, huh?
Yep.
Go back and keep Radical 6 from getting out, and stop the reactors from exploding.
I'm guessing that's probably going to be the last puzzle.
That's our mission?
Well, not exactly. It's true that the ultimate goal, but even if you do make it back by now,
Too late?
let me begin. You might be thinking that Zero Senior and Akane were the ones who created all this, but that's not entirely correct. They only followed the histories they'd already seen. It was the only choice they had. Nothing less than the future of mankind is at stake.
Great.
We need the two of you to jump through timelines while maintaining your memories. That is why you had to play the AB game, and why the chromatic doors were necessary.
I see.
By forcing multiple options, you could make numerous jumps. We speculated that jumping more would strengthen your memories. The puzzles were also there for a purpose. Some theories hold that a moment of insight when you solve a puzzle strengthens your connection to the fourth dimension.
I see.
That was the reason for the puzzles.
In that case, I am very connected to the fourth dimension at this point. After all
Your
the
infection
puzzles.
with Radical 6, by slowing down your brain's processing speed, we can store your potential. With that energy stored up, we just had to provide a life or death situation to launch your consciousness into the fourth dimension. Like a bullet from a slingshot.
Wait, hold on just a minute here. You keep talking about... So what about the rest of it? Why did you bring us here?
That's simple. In earlier histories, you were all here in Rhizome 9. We needed you here to accurately replicate those histories. Although I suppose that's probably... In a sense, though, it is the truth.
Replicate
Yes.
history?
Very well. I will try and do...
Okay.
First, they were abducted 45 years. The location is Earth, more specifically, Los Angeles, California, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
After being kidnapped, your bodies were sent to a facility under Akane's direction. You were placed in treatment pods and immediately put into cold sleep.
That explains why they haven't aged today.
4 months later, you arrived at this facility. The date you finally arrived was April 14th, 2029. Your trip from Earth to this facility was aboard a spaceship powered by an annihilation engine. Following your arrival, your pods were... Does that make sense?
Are you telling me we were sleeping in those pods here for 45 years?
Correct.
Yes, in preparation for this day.
But why? What do you need us for?
You are an Esper, aren't you, Clover? I mean that you are able to access the fourth dimension. Am I wrong?
Did Akane tell you?
In a manner of speaking, as I've already explained, the purpose of this project is to send Sigma and Phi's consciousnesses to the past. Espers are able to sort of resonate with one another, which can amplify their power. You understand? This is why we brought you here, Clover.
What about me?
We needed your help, Alice, to deactivate Dio's bombs.
Huh?
But I didn't do anything.
Not in this timeline, you didn't.
But you did. In another history, you were able to perform a prime decomposition on the 25-digit integer that Dio left behind. Only you could do. Because of your feat of mathematics, we were about to determine that Dio had planted the bombs.
Able, not about.
Then we were able to question him and get the password for the number 31. Finally, we used that information to stop the bomb in this timeline. Without your help, Alice, we would have been rid. This history exists because of your presence. Now, let Tenmyoji, we needed you for this. You are able to access the fourth dimension. Almost half a century ago,
Yeah.
we needed you to resonate with Sigma and Phi. All it took was a messenger.
Do you want to see Akane? If you do, come. I was a fool and fell for it.
And you brought Quark with you. In fact, you insisted that he come.
Yeah, I guess you were... He kept saying he couldn't run off to the moon and leave me behind.
I'm sorry, Quark. If I hadn't been so stupid and selfish, I never thought this would happen. Can you ever forgive me?
Oh, don't. I mean, I agreed to come with you. I thought the moon would be way more interesting than boring old Earth.
Well, you're not wrong.
What kid would turn that down?
We didn't see the messenger. It was on autopilot. During the trip, I don't remember anything after we landed.
Then there was a bunch of that. And when I woke up,
Now, his real name is Left. He was ordered to come here. The Myrmidons are under the control. It was Brother who orchestrated the release of Radical 6.
Brother?
Do you remember what the ultimate purpose of the AB? If we succeed, our success would prevent them from creating the ideal world they're working toward.
I see.
That is why Brother sent Left. They needed to stop. So, the first was to eliminate Akane, the architect of the AB project.
Correct.
The second was to... If Dio won the game, the AB project would... In other words, in that world, if things didn't go as planned, Dio was given a contingency plan. If you cannot murder Akane and win the game, destroy Rhizome 9. Hence, the bombs.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something?
Perhaps.
How did Brother know about the AB project?
That's a good question.
He was also an Esper. We can set Brother aside. May I proceed? Excellent. That explains everyone, save two, Luna and myself. Sigma and Phi already know the truth about Luna. I don't believe I should reveal any more, however. I think it would be more appropriate. Would that be all right with Luna?
Yes, that's okay.
As for me, as I said before, the rest of you were brought. That makes me someone close to Zero Senior and Akane.
hey, I've been wondering, who is...
You've already met him, Sigma, in another timeline.
I had. Oh yeah, the guy in the hat. The hologram.
Stage TP.
It looks like it's... Shall we open?
Who's inside? Is it Zero? Is it Akane? Is it both of them? Is it Santa?
Okay, let's get started then. Ready? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Who's inside the pod? Oh god, it's me! Why am I in the pod?
You finally noticed. Didn't I tell you? You won't be alone. I will be at your side, watching over you. Yes, I am.
Akane Kurashiki.
Whoa! Whoa! Okay. Alright. Okay. Oh, that's genius.
It's June. I'm...
Yes, I haven't spoken to you in a very long time, Chloe. Or you, Junpei.
Junpei!
Junpei?
Akane, long time no see.
Oh, no.
When?
Wait, but who's Zero
How
Senior?
long?
Do you remember when the two of you...
That's when you put on the K armor?
Once you saved me, you went back to your future. I carried your bodies. After that,
So by the time you and Clover came out,
yeah. No, in this time, in this one, you two saved me. It's just like Schrodinger's cat. Your actions in the future decided who would be inside the armor in the past.
History was being rewritten as we spoke!
all right, what about the other history? Who's wearing the
That's quite the man in...
Him?
That's correct.
Me?
Whenever I'm not in the armor, he is.
What about the memory loss?
For my part, I confess that he, on the other hand, was telling the truth. Large doses of Soporil can cause memory loss.
So?
You've never seen...
No.
What about the rest?
I have no idea.
I've never seen him.
Me either. Total stranger.
But that's me.
Huh?
Did you hit?
Oh, this is why I've never been able to see my character's face.
Sigma, you can inhabit your... Don't you? You've jumped from 45 years ago.
Nani? What? I'm Zero Senior. I have an eye patch.
It's your face, Dr. Sigma Climb.
Sigma Climb.
Although, to the you that's behind it now, it's your face 45 years from now.
I jumped into old me in the future.
Zero is you.
I'm Zero. All this time I thought it was an attractive young man hitting on an attractive white-haired teen or college student, whatever. I am a creepy old man.
No, it's the truth. Fighting it isn't going to do you any good. Please, Doctor. You will be a pioneer in the field of genetic engineering. No, You created him. Well, I suppose. His name is Kyle Climb.
Kyle Climb? K?
Your clone.
Clone?
That is why he looks just like a younger version of yourself. 23 years ago, in the biolab here in Rhizome 9. Well, I suppose. When I said I was born and raised, the gravity here, if nothing was done, the reduced gravity would cause... But you prepared. You gave him that armor. Ever since he was... It kept his muscles and bones strong. He wasn't forced into it for the nonary game. He's been wearing it every day, all his life.
Read the second password backwards. I love K. Yeah, we did this already. And then LIM.
He was to be if something happened to you before the project began.
Whoa. So wait.
I
What do I do
mentioned
now?
before that the A... That isn't all. The A also means anima. Anima is another word for the soul or the consciousness. Body is, well, exactly what it says on the tin.
My son!
The past consciousness will go into the future body. That was the chief...
The future person goes into the past person?
Sigma, do you remember?
You mean...
Yes.
What the hell does this mean?
Ah, of course, it was you who investigated.
Yeah.
Sigma, it's an illustration of the time jumps your consciousness is making.
Okay.
A is where everything began. December 20.
In my car!
You inhaled the white smoke in your car. From there,
You jumped to B.
January 25th. You woke up and you are in your own body, but it is 67 years old.
Oh, I'm an old man.
Your consciousness. I believe that may explain why you didn't notice the reduced lunar gravity. The body you woke up normally. You would have noticed that your muscles were much weaker. In this case, however. Moving on. If you continue along, you reach C, which is January 27th. That.
Whoa, wait, are you saying it's been 2 days since we woke up?
36 hours have you all. You were all infected. The virus slowed your brain down.
Wow.
So yes, but to you.
14
Now
hours,
comes
40
the
minutes.
important part. After this, your consciousness will return to the past. It will re-emerge at point D. April 13th, you will return.
But that's the same day as the reactor explosion.
Yes. That is why I said you will return to the past. But the events you would want to prevent will have already happened. The story does not end there, how the line continues. After reaching point D, you will eventually return to B. But this time, you won't be jumping through time, or at least not at a rate faster than normal.
I
Your
have to live 45
consciousness
years?
will spend 45 until... Do you remember when B is Sigma? Correct. That was when the consciousness of the 22-year-old Sigma. So where did the old...
I went back to point A?
Yes. His consciousness will go back in time 45 years. For a period of time, he will inhabit your younger body. While your younger consciousness is elsewhere, he will be you. That's correct. When that happens, the older version of you will be rotate. I suppose, but look at...
There's an
What
E
if
path.
you take all the... You get one sig... It may look complicated with one Exactly. Point E is... Yes. By now, you've likely figured the purpose of the AB project was to get the consciousness of the 67-year-old Sigma from point B to point A. If we can do that, we can change what happened 45 years ago. Yes, that is why this line could not be interrupted. In order for the 67-year-old version of you to reach point B, in order to get to point D and for point C to happen, we had to recreate everything. That is why we have faithfully retraced history up to this point.
Wow. This is confusing as hell.
So that we might save humankind from destruction and undo the horrors of the last 45 years.
Where's Santa, though?
What is that? Yes, that's right. Very soon. Yes. We need potential energy. Fortunately, thanks, ironically. All that remains is to launch your consciousness, like a bullet from a slingshot. Didn't die a crisis. A moment balance that can jump. You haven't figured it out. I mean this.
Ah! No, she's gonna try to kill me! Dio's knife! No! What have I done? Am I dead? Did I win? Is it over? Oh, ha 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 ha. You jumped. I get it. And I can't skip this credit sequence because this is the real credit sequence. Which is lovely. Quite nice, actually. Isn't there supposed to be like a last puzzle or something? The cube room was the last oh, I thought there was another puzzle, not just a big lore dump. Man, you got my hopes up.